President Putin's official income is around $100,000 a year, and yet he lives like the super rich. He has a collection of expensive watches. Even his designer tracksuit costs $3,000.
He has a level of living that is far in excess of anything anyone in the West would have, even the very richest.
They're not on Forbes, they don't host press conferences, but behind Putin's empire is a hidden network of billionaires, living in gold-plated palaces, sailing $700 million super yachts, and buying luxury real estate that rivals royal families. Who are they? How did they get this rich? And why is their wealth one of Russia's best-kept secrets? Today, we dive into the shadowy world of Putin's inner circle and the luxury they don't want you to see. Vladimir Putin has ruled Russia for over 2 decades. But while the West focuses on sanctions and speeches, a new class of ultra-elite power brokers has quietly emerged. These aren't just politicians, they're loyalists, childhood friends, and former KGB operatives. And over the years, they've accumulated unimaginable wealth, often through state connections, energy contracts, and offshore deals.
Until the end of the 90s, Swiss Wild West banking was common practice. People from all over the world opened anonymous bank accounts with mountains of cash bills. Swiss banking secrecy was an untouchable fortress. Swiss bankers made big money charging high fees and looking aside.
They operate from the shadows, but their lifestyles? Anything but subtle. The billionaire club behind the throne. Let's start with one of the most notorious. Igor Sechin. Once Putin's deputy chief of staff, he now runs Rosneft, Russia's oil giant, and is often called Russia's Darth Vader. His net worth? Unknown. But his $700 million yacht, the Amorevero, speaks volumes. It has a helipad, spa, gym, cinema, and a swimming pool that turns into a dance floor.
It's Putin's super yacht and it's on the move. Vessel, the mag is sailing back home to Russia.
Then there's Yury Kovalchuk, dubbed Putin's personal banker. He's reportedly the main financial architect of Putin's private empire. His real estate portfolio includes lavish daches on Lake Ladoga, a villa in St. Petersburg, and secret holdings in Switzerland.
The massive wrought iron gates into the courtyard are topped with a golden imperial eagle. Outside are formal gardens, a private theatre, a landing pad with bays for 3 helicopters, and accommodation for security guards. All this and more is revealed by satellite images of the area.
Where loyalty buys you luxury. Let's talk homes. Putin's inner circle doesn't do mansions. They do private compounds. One leagued state in Gelendzhik has a private nightclub, an indoor waterfall, and a $1 billion valuation. Rumor has it, it was funded by a pool of oligarchs as a gift to the president. Then there's transportation. Forget Rolls-Royces. These men use bulletproof Aros limousines, private jets with gold interiors, and even Soviet-style armored trains to travel undetected. Nikolai Patrushev, the former FSB head, reportedly uses a private security convoy that rivals heads of state. And the most luxurious flex of all? Secrecy. They don't flaunt their wealth online. They bury it behind offshore shell companies in Cyprus, Panama, and the British Virgin Islands. But leaked documents, like the Panama Papers and Pandora Papers, have blown the lid off their empire. One document traced $2 billion through shell companies linked to Putin's childhood friend Sergei Roldugin, a cellist with almost no public business history.
In 2016, a huge trove of leaked documents revealed how the law firm Mossack Fonseca helped the world's rich and powerful evade the taxman and hide their wealth. The scandal became known as the Panama Papers.
When Western sanctions came crashing down, froze bank accounts, seized yachts, and banned global travel, It was supposed to hit hard. Headlines screamed about oligarchs losing billions overnight. But here's the real kicker. Much of the damage was symbolic. Because Putin's inner circle, they were already 10 steps ahead.
From vodka to diplomats, everything Russian is now on the nose. Today, the country was hit with even more tough penalties for its invasion of Ukraine, further isolating and aggravating President Vladimir Putin. National Affairs editor Hugh Riminton explains.
You see, these aren't regular billionaires flaunting their net worth on Forbes. Their wealth isn't sitting in plain sight. It's buried, hidden behind a labyrinth of proxies, ghost shell companies, and offshore trusts scattered across the world. Panama, Dubai, Switzerland, the Cayman Islands, even Delaware. A London mansion might not be owned by Sergei Petrov. It's owned by a holding firm, which is owned by a trust, which is registered under the name of his second cousin's wife. That's how deep the layers go.
In April 2016, investigative journalists reported that Panamanian law firm Mossack Fonseca had set up thousands of offshore companies for that purpose.
So when sanctions came knocking, the legal owners of the yachts and villas were innocent names. Often female relatives, long-lost cousins, or foreign shell companies. Meanwhile, their real owners, they kept sipping champagne on the French Riviera untouched. And despite asset freezes, some properties were simply relocated under new names. Yachts rerouted to Maldives, Turkey, or Dubai, beyond Western jurisdiction. Gold, cash, and art moved quietly through Middle Eastern auction houses and Asian financial safe zones.
Is sailing back home to Russia in a bid, experts say, to prevent it from being seized by the West should Putin invade Ukraine.
These insiders didn't just survive sanctions. In many cases, they thrived. How? Because for every dollar they officially lost, they had 5 hidden elsewhere, waiting. Not in banks, but in tangible power, land, influence, politicians, secrets. They continue to live like emperors, untouchable, untraceable, and in some cases, unbothered. The palaces are still pristine. The deals are still happening. Just quieter now. The illusion of justice is public, but the luxury, that's very, very private. Putin may be the face of Russia, but this circle, they are the vault, the backbone, and the ones who stand to lose everything if the regime falls. Many experts say that if you want to understand Putin's next move, you don't follow the headlines. You follow the money, you follow the yachts, and you follow the shadows of his inner circle. Luxury isn't just about money, it's about power. And in Putin's world, power is rewarded in silence, loyalty, and obscene wealth hidden behind marble walls. But now the world is watching, and the secrets, they're leaking. One yacht, one villa, one offshore account at a time. What shocked you the most? The $700 million yacht or the offshore orchestra cellist? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell, because we've got more luxury secrets coming. You won't believe who's next.